Look, obviously he was willing to answer questions from journalists to say he was concerned. It's not as if he was out of the office.
That's all he said. That's all he said. He was concerned.
I suppose we're all concerned about something. I think some of us actually are making steps to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Well, I must admit I was appreciative that a Democrat governor did point out that a Democrat program was going to really increase the budget deficit of our state. I appreciate him saying that. It's hard to publicly disagree with your party leaders. But I think he needs to start working with us and have something ready so that when we meet again in January, we could have some bipartisan bills that would help us see us through this crisis that is going to be looming on the horizon. I know I've talked to some Democrats and they're saying, we just hope the Republicans win and we know they're going to correct it on the federal level. If the governor's waiting for that, well then I can understand why you wouldn't want to say something. But we can't look down and we can't see a crystal ball. So I would appreciate if he would start working with us now so that we could build a fence around our state and not be hit with this crisis financially that's coming toward us.
Yes or no on whether he's able?
I can't read his mind. I don't know if he's hoping the Republicans will rescue us or what. So I'm not going to read his mind. I hope he's talking and planning for if A happens, he'll do this. If B happens, then he'll have a plan for that.
Let me clarify my answer a little bit, Michael. You know, as a state legislator, I have to work full time. I'm in the real world, and I'm more of a fully collar representative. You know, in the real world, not political fantasy land out here. You know, when you go into your boss and you go into your banker, you have to give real answers to definitive answers. And so, you know what? In the real world, I think that will apply. Maybe in the political correctness world, that probably doesn't. But you know, I always consider myself a full collar guy. So that's my answer. This up. I'm sorry, but other legislators will be around and be able to answer your questions after this is over. You have a question?
Yeah, my name is Jackie Martin. I'm the president of Arkansas We the People Tea Party, Cleburne, White, and Independence counties. And our concern is the constitutional aspect of this bill. And I've done a lot of research on this issue, and I've also received a copy of the State Attorney General of Texas, who has filed a lawsuit, Greg Abbott, and he concurs with my findings and that this bill violates the 4th, 5th, 14th, 9th, and 10th Amendments. So I'd like to know what we have to do to get our state elected officials to stand up, pass a state sovereignty bill and a health care protection bill like Virginia. So how can we get Governor Beebe to call an emergency session at the General Assembly?
Yeah.
To pass it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know if this will answer your question, but I think it's pretty clear that the decision to call a special session is Governor Beebe's and Governor Beebe's alone.
Where is he?
That's going to be our plan. And I'm going to do what I can to stay the legislator, and he needs to do what he decides
Call
to do.
him and BeebeMcDaniel both.
But what can we do as citizens to do what he needs to do as an elected official that was hired by the state to protect our rights as citizens of Arkansas? What can we do? If he won't listen to us and only sends us form letters, he doesn't even acknowledge that the Tea Party movement even exists in this state, and that this has been, as you say, the major issue of our times, because it violates and encroaches on so many of our individual rights.
The only thing that I can say in my own experience as an elected official is that one constituent is sometimes possible to ignore. A few constituents are more difficult to ignore, but a lot of constituents are very hard to ignore. And I guess I'd urge all citizens to think about what we can do to pursue our rights to remedies both in the courts and to contact our elected officials and make our voices known.
Do we
And
have recall rights?
Past that, I don't know that I really have a good answer about election November, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Like I said, there's going to be other legislators around, and I know there's some people from the Republican Party here. We appreciate your team. Thank you.
Man.
Thank you.